The city is saved. The battle is over, and Peter Parker stands alone in the wreckage of his own life. Again, no cheers reach him, no hands pull him back from the edge. The mask is cracked, his body is broken, and the silence is louder than any explosion. Spider-Man always survives the fight. It's Peter Parker who never does. This is not a victory story. This is the story of a man trapped in an endless brand new day. Spider-Man has always been Marvel's most human hero. Not because he's the strongest, not because he wins every fight, but because no matter how many times he saves the world never saves him back. In Amazing Spider-Man 50, the legacy issue numbered 950, we don't witness a new beginning. We witness something far more tragic. A pattern, a cycle. A life reset so many times that it no longer feels like hope, it feels like punishment. Peter Parker is older now, wiser, more tired. The city still needs him and he still answers, but the cost has piled up. Friendships fractured, love burned away, trust eroded. Every fresh start strips away another piece of who he was. This story is not about how Spider-Man began. It's about what happens when beginnings never stop. And endings are never allowed. Peter Parker begins the way he always does, with guilt. A shy kid, a brilliant mind, a radioactive spider bite that turns science into destiny. But the real origin of Spider-Man isn't power, it's failure. A moment where Peter chooses selfishness and pays for it with Uncle Ben's life. That lesson hardens into a vow. With great power comes great responsibility. At first it feels noble, clean, purposeful. Peter believes that if he does enough good, the universe will balance the scales, that if he sacrifices today, tomorrow will be brighter. But years pass, the villains evolve, the stakes grow heavier, and Peter learns the truth no one warns heroes about. Sacrifice doesn't end. It multiplies. Every time Peter tries to build a life, school, love, work, family, Spider-Man tears it apart. He misses moments, loses jobs, breaks promises. People don't leave him because they hate him. They leave because he can't stay. And eventually, Peter is forced to make the most terrible choice of all, to erase a life he loved so others could live. That choice was called Brand New Day. And it never really ended. In Amazing Spider-Man 50, Peter Parker is not a young man discovering responsibility. He is a veteran drowning in it. The city has just endured catastrophe. Enemies have fallen. The dust is settling. But Peter doesn't feel relief, only exhaustion. The kind that sinks into the bones. The kind that whispers that no matter how hard you fight, you'll still wake up alone. Friends look at him differently now. Some don't look at him at all. Trust has been broken, not through betrayal, but through absence. Through secrets held too long. Through pain Peter thought he was protecting them from. He keeps going anyway. Because Spider-Man doesn't quit. But something has changed. This isn't the hopeful Peter who believes tomorrow will be better. This is a man who understands tomorrow will simply ask for more. More blood, more loss, more silence. And still he swings. That's the transformation. Not into something stronger, but into something enduring. Peter no longer believes the universe will reward him. He believes only in the act itself, saving the person in front of him, stopping the next disaster, surviving the night. Brand New Day didn't make him happy. It made him functional. And that might be the cruelest evolution of all. When Peter sacrificed his marriage, his future, and his memories to save Aunt May, the world reset, but he didn't escape the consequences. He woke up in a life that fit but didn't belong. Love was gone, history rewritten, and the pain was buried so deep he couldn't name it, only feel it. That was the moment Peter learned something terrifying. You can survive losing everything and still be expected to smile. Peter rebuilds, new job, new confidence, new tech. From the outside it looks like success, but underneath nothing is resolved. He's still alone, still hiding, still paying for choices he barely remembers making. Brand New Day gave him momentum, not peace. When Peter's body is stolen, his very identity overwritten, the universe proves how fragile his life has become. Everything he sacrificed left space for something else to take over. Even then, Peter's final act is not anger, it's responsibility. He gives up control so Spider-Man can live on. Even erased, he protects the world. This issue doesn't scream tragedy, it whispers it. Peter stands at the center of Marvel history and realizes the truth. There was no single brand new day. There were many. Every time he chose the mask over the man. Peter Parker's greatest power has never been strength or agility. It's endurance. He feels everything: guilt, fear, love, regret. And unlike most heroes, he never becomes numb to it. That pain doesn't harden him, it weighs him down. His strength is also his weakness. He cannot stop choosing others over himself. Peter fears becoming selfish more than he fears dying. He would rather be alone than risk someone else bleeding for his choices. And so he keeps secrets, builds walls, carries the burden alone. He jokes not because he's carefree, but because silence hurts too much. Spider-Man is defined not by victory, but by persistence in the face of inevitable loss. Spider-Man is Marvel's moral center because he fails the way people do. He doesn't conquer, he copes. In a universe of gods, kings, and legends, Peter Parker represents the quiet heroism of showing up again, even when the reward is nothing. His repeated brand new days mirror real life, starting over after heartbreak, after loss, after mistakes that can't be undone. Amazing Spider-Man 50 reminds us that Spider-Man isn't trapped in a cycle because he's weak. He's trapped because he refuses to stop caring. And that makes him indispensable to Marvel's soul. Peter Parker doesn't get endings. He gets mornings after disasters. He gets bruises that never fully heal. He gets cities saved and rooms left empty. Amazing Spider-Man 50 doesn't celebrate a hero at his peak. It honors a man who keeps standing when standing hurts. Brand New Day was never a reset. It was a sentence. And Peter Parker serves it every day. So the rest of us don't have to. He swings into the night again. Not because he believes things will change, but because someone out there still needs Spider-Man.